and walk down.
The Angel Islington. We better take the kids back to the Angel Islington, Dad, I think.
Yeah.
To the school where you went to school.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a fair walk down from the Angel.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I mean, I used to go there for school dinners at the Angel and then walk down to the school, back to the school.
I think we did that walk from King's Cross Station from memory.
Yeah.
The last time you were here.
Yeah, no, it's not as far from King's Cross Station. And that's where my grandmother used to live before she moved to Canby Island.
Remember, I had these friends at King's Cross. I was really interested in this. They were in a squat. And what they'd done is there was a whole massive block of flats and all the people that lived in it were squatters.
Yeah.
It had been abandoned and they moved in, and once they'd been in there for a while, there was some legislation here that gave them the right to stay there.
Yeah, I think it still is.
I think they might have changed it. I think the bankers might have moved in and gone, gee, that land's worth too much.
Yeah, well, they used to come over here from Europe and use that legislation to get into a thing like that, and then they could live rent-free. Oh, happy as Larry.
It made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
And I used to get some bloody good dope off them.
Yeah. The boy dope artist, sex artist, dope artist, commune.
It was, but they had those places well set out. I mean, that was just like walking into anyone's place.
Yeah.
You know, they had, decent furniture and everything was permanent.
When they started, though, there wasn't.
No.
But when they went through the whole block of flats, they found themselves, a bit of this and a bit of that, and furnished themselves up for something nice.
It was a more forgiving society, I think, as far as that went, because it allowed people who were struggling to.
I don't think they had much choice. They tried to throw them out, and they got a court action to put themselves back in again.
Yeah.
And they do in Australia too, if you're trying to rent something, and they're nasty people.
Oh, it's harder in Australia though.
Yeah.
Squatters' rights.
It's the same thing here. If you can find a place to squat in, it's their bloody fault they didn't lock it up properly.
Yeah, I mean, it's silly that you have these empty buildings and nobody living in them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there was an empty building in town. That bloke was right when he was talking to you. And when I found an empty building in town, I thought, well, bugger me. The bloody thing's 10 stories high and empty.
Yeah, how stupid's that?
Yeah. And it's obviously never been bloody lived in.
That old Argus building on the corner, where is it?
That's,
oh
God, where's that?
Lonsdale and something, or Latrobe and something?
Lonsdale and where the trams
But there's quite a few in the city that are empty in Melbourne. It's bloody stupid, isn't it?
Well,
you think of the homeless people.
So there's all these offices that have gone broke.
Yeah.
And they've just gone broke and they can't afford to pay for them anymore. And there's no offices they want to rent them, but they can't because there's nobody wants to rent them anymore.
No, because they've all moved down to those flash things down at the Docklands.
Yeah, or they've gone broke.
Or you got absent landlords who got plenty of money sitting on them, waiting for them to go up in value.
Well, I mean, look what they did to that Cadbury's building on the corner on St Kilda Junction.
Yeah.
They built that bloody great building and locked it up. And I said, well, what's happening? And he said, well, it's making money that fast that it doesn't pay us to rent it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
How dumb is that?
Doesn't pay us to rent it. And Cadbury's moved in and said, oh, well, we need a good building, in the area where we could, be. And they took it over.